there is in Canada, if you want to really get success,
Mm-hmm.
you also need to know French.
Ah, yeah,
That's
and
another task.
French is the second important language in the world. Yeah.
Exactly. Even like Canada, the
I mean,
second.
except Chinese. Hi everyone, welcome to back to my channel. Today, I'm doing an interview with another YouTuber. Before start the video of interview about how overseas students study in overseas, remember to subscribe, comment, like, and share this video. And right now we start interview. So right now I will interview our Indian YouTuber who study here is like quite a long time in here. And we welcome our YouTuber. What's your name? Talha.
Talha.
Talha. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, guys.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, so because today our topic is about study overseas. So, what's your experience about that?
So my experience studying in Australia has been great. And I'm thankful to Scott Morrison and the government for allowing me with a visa. And I've been studying really hard. Yeah.
So, what is the difficulty when beginner to come to study with a relative language is quite hard. So, what's the difficulty in the beginning when you come to Australia?
So when I first came to Australia, my difficulty was, of course, the accent. Uh, Even though I had a lot of experience speaking English, I also got full mark in an English test, 90 out of 90. But still, I was struggling with English because the accent is so different in Australia, especially when they speak very slang-like language. So it gets a bit difficult. But once you spend enough time, then you kind of get used to it.
So, from my experience, because I studied in Perth before, and when I first time to start to speak English, the homestay, and then they asked me about do you know how to speak Mandarin? Like Mandarin, this word. I don't understand. I said, Mandarin, food, you know, I don't understand. So when I first time to ask them, I said, Mandarin, what are you talking about? And then they said, oh, Mandarin, your language. I said, my language? I don't have a language about Mandarin because what I learned in Hong Kong is like Mandarin is like Putonghua. They speak like Putonghua, but it's not Mandarin, so I don't understand. And then Cantonese, I understand, like because it's my own language, and then English. And then when they ask me, do I know how to speak Mandarin? Because I don't know what's Mandarin, so I say no. But after I study here from the previous 2016 until right now, it's around 4 years I study in here. So probably I improve a lot of my English. Yeah, so the experience is quite difficult. Yeah. So yeah, and right now what are you studying?
So I'm studying IT, masters in IT, and my specialization is currently cybersecurity.
So is it like some of the English vocabulary is hard for you as well?
English vocabulary in Australia? Like what kind of vocabulary?
Like some English you even will not use while you communication or like your IT vocabulary.
So when I first came to Australia, I didn't have much problem in the city, but whenever I used to go to any regional area or somewhere which is a bit further from the main city, like the CBD, the more further you go, like the more farther you go, people have like very thick Australian accents. So that was a bit of a challenge, but I think with time, you kind of get used to it.
So like England, American, they also speak English, right? Why you not choosing the English or not choosing England or American? Why you choose Australia? Why you not even choosing like another country like Canada?
So what happened is when I completed my bachelor's, and then I was working in Amazon. I worked there for about 2 years, and I was supporting America and Canada as my primary country. All right. So then when I wanted to go abroad, I had three options, of course: America, Canada, and U.S. Oh, sorry, and Australia. So first I considered US because it was my dream to go to US, and then, but the visa process for US was so difficult, especially like the exam that you need to give, especially in IT, you need to give GRE.
What is GR?
GRE is a test like similar to IELTS,
Oh.
but it has maths in it.
So like any math or English,
Yeah.
including inside the
Like
test.
if you wanna get an admission in any kind of engineering or like science fields, then you need to clear the exam for GRE along with IELTS. So which was a big challenge for me because I already had a full time job. I was working in Amazon. And I didn't have time to spend enough time for my GRE exam and then score a really good mark in there. So then I had only two options: Canada and Australia. And then with Canada, especially like I come from south part of India, right?
Oh.
I come from Hyderabad,
Yeah.
and Hyderabad is a very hot place, very similar to Brisbane.
Oh.
It's a bit warm, like it's pretty warm. So like Canada was completely opposite for me.
Extremely cold.
Extremely cold, like you have ice everywhere, like snow and everything. It
Yeah.
goes beyond like zero, which was very hard. So I thought if I go there and if I struggle with my health, if I'm not able to perform my studies and my regular daily tasks, which are job and everything, it would be waste. So I thought, why not go to a country where I can actually feel free. So yeah.
Oh, so you think environment is also one of the impact can cause your study mood or like can affect your
Definitely, definitely. Like when you don't get a job, or when you're having trouble with communication, when you're having trouble going out, like especially if it's snowing. Of course, I wasn't born in snow, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not used to it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it would be very difficult for me to. And then there is in Canada, if you want to really get success, you also need to know French.
Ah, yeah.
That's
And
another task.
French is the second important language in the world. Yeah.
Exactly. Even like Canada, the
I
second.
mean, except Chinese.
In Canada, French is second most important language.
Yeah.
And if you want to get any kind of a good job or anything, there are some cities where you mandatorily you need to know French, and that was a big task for me, and I didn't want to go through it.
Oh, okay, wow. So, so right now, like you are doing like university, right? So, what do you feel right now between right now and the first time you come to Australia? Like, what is the feeling?
What has changed?
Yeah.
I feel like before I came to Australia, the research that I had, it had very positive experiences. But then when I came, and of course the world was hit by Corona. Right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So my experience with Australia was very different than any other person would have. Because the moment I came, after a couple of months, it was all locked down. We couldn't get a good job. We weren't allowed to go to university. We had online studies. So, and our online studies are not the reason why everybody comes to this country, right? You
Yeah,
need to
yeah.
have that campus experience.
And people who come to Australia, they supposed to need to apply for a visa, like student visa. You need to apply for the student visa. Therefore, you can come to Australia. And Australia is also have a hard border for everyone to come.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's why people, if you need to come to Australia, one thing what I know is Australia have quite a few job is very niche for people to come. Nursing and like some government working, they also need that type of people. So the high like the IELTS score for those of the subject of the for all the job is like 6.5 or even 7 or even higher than that. But because like I know some of my friends, they want to join the like nursing course or even another, they want to come to Australia for the course. But based on COVID-19 is still happening right now, so a lot of people just miss the chance. But hopefully one day COVID-19 gone, they can come back. Yeah, like my experience because I live in two different places. One in Perth, one is Brisbane in here. Perth is the quite what do we call it? It's like so silent,
Yeah.
and then like and it's not a lot of fortunate no no not and a lot of Asian people come there to study. So that's why they are like there like the fresh air have more in there, but I don't like that place because it's quite silent and it's not that much buzz as Brisbane what we had. And Brisbane for me is like feeling like in Hong Kong. Like I think a part of it in the city is like in Hong Kong. So I love that place rather than Perth. I'm sorry of for people who love Perth, but I love Brisbane. Sorry.
Brisbane is great. Brisbane is probably one of the best cities in Australia. If you don't want to go to a saturated place like Sydney or Melbourne, I think Brisbane is a good balance between saturation and not saturated.
Yeah, that is true. So if you have any information that you want to find in Australia, just go to the like Australian official website, right? Yeah, just check more about which place do you want to go. It depends your style. All right, so we finished right now. So thank you for Talha for coming to an interview, and hopefully next time we can collaborate again, right?
Awesome. So yeah, thank you so much for having me on this interview, and I'm glad that you asked pretty good questions.
Yeah,
And I hope you have good success in your YouTube journey.
yeah, of
All
course.
the best.
I still have 21 subscribers.
Yes, everybody who is watching this, please go ahead, like and share this video, and subscribe to his channel down below. Subscribe button. Go for it.
And subscribe to channel again, also in the time button, I will show. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.